Eurovision fam, it's Alesia Michelle. Today I'm going to be reacting to Hanna Ferm's performance from Melodifestivalen in 2020. The song is called Brave.
I got a new video.
What do you think? Talk to me in the comments below. You know it.
I made it. Hey,
Thanks. Hey Eurovision fam, it's Alesia Michelle. I'm ready to go. Eurovision fam, are you ready for the show?
I got a new video.
So now Hanna was at the top of the odds for weeks. You know, the hype around this song was real. So today I'm going to be reviewing her performance. I obviously saw it live. If you follow me on Twitter or have watched any of my live streams, you might have some of my thoughts, but you know I've had a little bit of time to digest the performance. I've had time to go to the lab, talk to some folks like you, and kind of figure out like what people are really loving about this song and gravitating towards. I'm going to have a clip of the performance so we can experience it together, and then we'll sit and break down my thoughts on what Hanna Ferm is giving us for Melodifestivalen in 2020. Play. Okay. You know, I was starting to get hopeful when I saw, you know, this little intro with the staging. And then I started listening to the lyrics. It's weird because she's kind of doing like this sexy performance, but that's not really what this song is though. You know, like this is not really a sexy song. And now we have our anthemic chorus. It's weird. There's something about this performance that kind of has like every single like Eurovision female performer like cliche, like sexy dress, fan blowing. You know, I mean, like legit. Like every single like Eurovision female performer, like 2000s cliche, is like a little bit on the stage right now. Say something, I'm not afraid. That note was a little flat. She definitely needs to work on her addiction a little bit because it is kind of hard to hear the lyrics sometimes. Yeah, I don't know what that was. And I can hear Laurel singing. Like. And now we're back to doing the sexy thing. I just don't feel like this is a sexy song. I just feel like this is like a girl's like empowerment like anthem song. So I don't understand why I'm getting sexy. Well, that sounded good. Yeah, now we've got the clouds coming in, the fog machine. Another Eurovision female performer wave, like cliche a little bit. Okay. 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 Okay, let's talk about the styling first. This is not the dress. This is definitely not the dress. I don't think it looks very flattering on her. She's got a great shape. I think that the way that dress kind of cuts her off, it's not really the movement. And I actually think I like the colors. I actually like the fact that the dress is kind of coordinating with the colors that we have on stage. And I'm like sort of inclined to like blue seafoam colors anyway. So I actually really like the color scheme and the color story that we're telling on the stage. But this dress really isn't the one. It's just not. They should take it away. this look is really not the one. And then the shoes she had on were not like high enough to really elongate her legs. But then again, I'm kind of like, maybe we could keep the shoes if we had a different dress. We need all new styling. We really, really need all new styling. Her hair became distracting with the wind blowing effect. I just think we need to really rethink the styling from top to bottom and figure out what to do with the hair so that the hair doesn't become distracting, because at times I feel like it was sort of like in her face while she was trying to sing, and we definitely don't want that to distract or take away from what we're really there to do, which is deliver this performance. Let's talk about the staging, because this is already like a natural segue. This staging is all wrong for this song, in my opinion. This staging is like some sexy, sultry performance, and the song is like this empowering female anthem. I'm not getting empowering female anthem at all. I think I would probably like the song more if what I was seeing on stage was really kind of telling this story or reflecting this story on the stage. Let's talk about the vocal. We know Hanna can sing. There were moments where I feel like she was straining a bit. There were moments where I felt like she was trying to catch her breath. And so I don't know if that means we need to pare back some of the camera angles and the staging so that she is able to deliver it. Because, I mean, we know she can sing, so that's not the question. But I think in the haste of making her mark, you know, some notes, there was just not a lot of breath support to then sustain the notes. So we had a lot of flat moments. Y'all, I'm struggling because I don't feel like this is a bad song. And I think what's happening right now is why hype is such a bad thing. When you hype up a performance so much so where people are really expecting a lot. I mean, let's be real. We had Daughter's performance, we had Anna Bergendahls' performance, hell, we had the Mamas and we had Robin, and yet Hanna was still like firmly holding on to that #1 slot in the odds, even though we hadn't got the song yet. And then to be served this in semifinal 4, I'm not going to lie, I was disappointed in the overall package. I think there are things that on their own are fine, but then you put it all together and it ends up with this. And I just think that there are some strategic decisions that were made that if I were on the creative team, I point blank would not have made. Going back to the vocal, now let's talk about the diction. She's gonna have to enunciate, because there were words that were just lost. And some of that might have been breath support too. But I mean, the way that Laurel writes a song, I mean, Laurel is giving you lyrics, okay? She's giving you things. This is not an easy song. Let me just say that, and we'll start talking about the song pretty soon. This is not an easy song, and this is not an easy song to deliver vocally on the stage. So this is challenging. So, you know, knowing that, why we had all of kind of the staging and distractions we had, I would have pared back a lot of what was happening on the stage. Let's talk about the song. Again, throughout this performance, I find myself confused because I just think that this is an anthemic, empowering song, and we are not seeing anthemic power girl staging at all. We're seeing sexy sultry, and this song is not sexy sultry. I want to say that I've noticed this issue with a lot of songs with Melodifestivalen where the songwriters start talking about it, and I wonder if the interviewer was like, oh, if you could compare this song to anything else, like what would you compare it to? But I will say, like, as someone who does have a musical performance background, I always kind of come from the thought process of, I'm not necessarily trying to write a song like this, or in the ilk of this, or in the vein of this. I'm trying to write a song because, like, I'm feeling something, or I have a message I want to articulate. And that's sort of my starting point, as opposed to, like, thinking of outside influences. Because honestly, this song isn't actually that derivative. I actually think that this song out of the semi was one of the original songs, as opposed to some of the other songs that were legitimate, like, this sounds exactly like this. And then to hear the songwriters actually mention those names, it's like, oh, so this was intentional. So you wanted this to sound like this. So I do think this song is original. I think if I had to compare it to anything, I would say like Taylor Swift pop tracks. But again, you know, kind of female empowerment anthems. So I would say I would compare it to that. With that said, I'm not a huge Taylor Swift fan. I don't have any albums. I have listened to the singles because, as y'all know, like, I work in radio, so like I have to listen to the music. I have listened to Taylor Swift songs before, but you know, it's just not my cup of tea. With that said, this song is not going to be a song that is my personal cup of tea. It's not really what I want to listen to in my car, on the radio, at work. It's while I'm working out. It's just not really kind of my flavor. But I will say that I do think that this is a vocally challenging song, and it's a song that allows a performer really to shine, but it also is a challenging song, so if it's not done to perfection, we can tell. How do I think that this will perform at Melodifestivalen? You know, ultimately, I think a lot of people really like Hanna. I think she should be very happy that she has such a passionate fan base. I think she seems like a lovely person. So I think that that kind of charisma and just appeal will allow this to perform well. Do I think that this should win Melodifestivalen? No. I just don't. I don't think that this should win Melfest. When I think about how this will compare and how this will perform at Eurovision, I am concerned. I am not convinced that this will actually perform that well at Eurovision. I think we're gonna have a lot of amazing female performers that are gonna be coming with some songs with depth, that are gonna be delivering some songs with some strong, clear, clean vocals. So this song, I don't know if this would be the best choice for Sweden this year. I think we have some stronger picks in the mix that would allow Sweden to, one, stand out and definitely qualify without question. I think to think that Sweden is not going to qualify is kind of a wild speculation. I couldn't necessarily, even if this song were to represent Sweden, I couldn't necessarily see it not qualifying. But would I be more concerned about this song representing Sweden at Eurovision 2020 than I would about some of the rest of the songs that we have at Melodifestivalen? Absolutely. I would definitely be more concerned. What do you think? Do you agree with me? Talk to me in the comments below. Do you disagree with me? Talk to me in the comments below. This is a conversation. Don't forget to like and to subscribe because you know I got more content coming for you, and I am going to be in Stockholm, Sweden for the Melodifestivalen Grand Final. I am so excited. Let's get excited for Eurovision 2020. Bye.